Guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Genesis 37 to 45, Proverbs 15, and Psalm 19 this time. Jacob lived in the land his fathers were doing to the land of Canaan. These are generations of Judah. Joseph being 17 years old, and his passion for his brothers. He was a boy of the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's wife, and Joseph brought about report them to their family. And Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons, because he was the son of his old age, and he never wear many colors. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peacefully to him. But Joseph had a dream, and he told it to his brothers. They hated him even more. He said to them, "Hear this dream that I dreamed. Behold, we were by nations in the and behold, my sheep arose and stood upright, and behold, your sheep gathered around and bowed down to my sheep." My father said to him, "Are you indeed to reign over us? Are you indeed to rule over us?" So they hated him even more for his dreams praise was. And dreamed another dream, and told it to his brothers, and said, "Behold, I dreamed another dream, and behold, the sun and moon and the stars now bowing down to me." And he told it to his father and to his brothers. His father rebuked him and said to him, "I just dreamed that you dreamed, how I and your mother and your brothers indeed come to bow ourselves to the ground before you." And his brother was jealous of him, and his father kept the saying in mind. Now his brothers went to pasture their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, "I am not your brother's pasture in the flock of Shechem. Come, I'll send you to them." He said to him, "Here I am." He said to him, "Go now, see if it is well with your brother and with the flock, and bring me away." He sent him from the valley of Hebron, and he came with him to Shechem. Then a man found him wandering in the fields. And the man asked him, "What are you seeking?" "I am seeking my brothers." He said, "Tell me, please, where they are passing the flock." And the man said, "They have gone away for a herd of so let's go to Dothan." And Joseph went after his brothers and found them at Dothan. He saw him from afar before he came near to them. They conspired against him to kill. And he said to one another, "If he comes to you, come now, let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits." And he said, "The fish out was devoured him, as he went to come in the street." And Reuben heard a wrestling out of the hand, saying, "Let us not take his life." And then Reuben said to his son Reuben, "I am to pay him." And the words, "But do not lay hand." He rescued him out of the hand to his son to his father. And Joseph came to the brothers. He stripped him with their robe, the robe and he caused the evil. He took him and threw him down into a pit. The robe pit was empty, there was water in it. And he sat down to eat, and looking at the sword caravan, Ishmaelites coming from Gilead. With their camels bearing gun, bomb, and now on their way to carrying him. And down to Egypt, Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is it if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell to the Ishmaelites, and then not our hand be against it." Upon the fuse of our brother and flesh, his brothers looked to him, and Midianite chariots cast by him, and Judah just lifted him, and the pit, and sold him to Ishmaelites at 20 shekels of silver. He took Joseph to Egypt, and returned to the pit, and saw that Joseph was not. He tore his cloak and returned to his brothers. "I have always gone, where should I go?" They took Joseph and saw the great and did the road of the sent the road, and took the road and cast. And went to their father and said, "This is what we found. Please identify where his sons were." And he identified it and said, "It's my sons were." And fierce animals about him. And Joseph was without doubt torn to pieces, and Jacob tore his garments and cycled on his loins, and men for a son many days. While sons and swords rose to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted, and said, "No, I shall go down to Sheol to my son mine. Let his father work for a meal with me." And I set Solomon in Egypt to Potiphar, an officer for the captain of the guard. And after that time that Judah went down for his brothers, and turned aside to serve an Adonai, whose name was Hero. Then Judah saw the daughter of Zan the king. His name was Shuri. He took her and went into her. Then he conceived and bore a son, and she called his name He conceived again and bore a son, and she called his name Aaron. He again she bore a son, and she called his name Shaul. Judah was enchanted when she bore him. And Judah took wife for the firstborn, and his name was Tamar. Judah's first one was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and well put into death. Then Judah said to her, "Go into your brother's wife," and performed Judah about the mocked her. And his offspring for your brother, and his offspring would not be his. He went to his brother's wife, he would waste him on the ground. So as not to go offspring to his brother. What he did was wicked, and he put to death. And Judah said to Tamar, daughter-in-law, "Remain a widow in your father's house, till Shaul my son grows up." He feared he would die like his brother, so Tamar remained in their father's house. In the course of time, the wife of Judah showed his daughter die. And Judah was comforted. He went up to Timnah to the sheep sheds. He was from here the Adonai. And Tamar was told her father was going to Timnah to shear sheep. And took off her widow's garments, covered herself with the veil over himself. And he sat at the entrance to a name, which was on the road to Timnah. She saw that Shaul was grown up, and she had not been given to marriage. And Judah saw her, she thought she was a prostitute, and she had covered her face. He turned to the road outside and said, "Come, let me come into you." He did not know she was his daughter-in-law. He said, "What will you give me that you may come to me?" He said, "I will send you a young virgin from the flock." And she said, "If you give me a pledge until you send it." He said, "What pledge shall I give you?" She replied, "There was signet in your coin, the star that is in your hand." He gave unto her and went into her, and she received by him. And she rose and went away, and taking off her veil, she put on garments of a widow. And Judah sent the young boys from the Adonai to take back the pledge. And the one was he did not find her, and he asked him in the place, "Where is the cop prostitute who was at?" And they with the rest. He said, "No cop prostitute has been here." They returned to Judah and said, "I have not found her." And he said, "The man of the place said, No cop prostitute has been here." And Judah replied, "Let her keep the things as they are, or we shall be laughed at. So you see, I sent this young girl, and you did not find her." And 3 months later, Judah saw Tamar, your daughter-in-law, has been immoral. However, she is pregnant by immorality, and Judah said, "Bring her around." With heavy bone, she has been burned. She said, "Where to find more by maintaining these both." Pregnant, she said, "Please identify who these are, the signal in the corner saw." And you identified them and said, "These are more rich than I, since I had not given to my son Shaw." And he did not know her again. At the time of the late king, they were twins in the room. And she shows them they won't put her hand in the middle to her entire scarlet thing, saying, "This one came out first." So he drew back his hand, behold, his brother came. Yeah, and she said, "What a bridge you made for yourself." He whose name was called Paris, after his brother came with this scarlet thing in his hand. His name was called Zara, and just had been brought into Egypt. And Potiphar, officer of Pharaoh, and the captain of guard in Egypt, and brought him from the Ishmaelites who had brought him down there. And was with Jesse, he became successful man. He was in the house of Egypt, his Egyptian master. And as saw the Lord the Lord was with him, he was in the house of the Egyptian master. The house of the Lord was with him, and the Lord caused all the Egyptians to succeed his heads. So Joseph found favor in his sight, and he made oversee the house, and put him in charge of all he had. And so he made oversee his house and over all he had. Well, blessed the Egyptian's house, and Joseph said, "Blessed be the Lord that was on the field." It was on all they had in house field, and therefore they had been just child because he knew because about anything but the fruit he ate, not just was handsome and form and appearance. And after a time his master's wife cast eyes on Joseph and said, "Lie with me." And he refused such as master's wife, "Behold, because of me my master is so. There's no concern about anything in the house. He has put everything he has in my charge. He upgraded his house at night, and nor has he kept back anything from me except you. Because you are his wife, how can commit this great wickedness and sin against God?" And she spoke to Joseph, "I do not you not listen to her, and lie with her and her, or be with her." But after one day, when he went into the house to do his work, and another man of the house was there in his house. And he called him back to come and say, "Lie with me." He left his gun in his hand, and got out of the house. And as soon as she saw that he had left his gun in his hand, and fled out of the house, she called to men in the house and said to him, "He is brother among us, the Hebrews of our foes." He came to him and told me in the back and cried with a loud voice. And as soon as he heard that, he let out a loud voice, and cried out with he left his garment beside me and got out of the house. And she left his garment with him until master came home. And she told him the same story, saying, "The Hebrews that he had brought among us came into the lady to laugh at me." And as soon as I left her, my voice came, left his garment beside me and fled out of the house. Then the master heard the words his wife spoke to me. This story is so true to me as I never came up. Just the master took her and put her into the prison. My son the king's prison was confined. He was there, and so the Lord was with Joseph and turned himself as law, and gave him favor in the sight of the king of the prison. And the keeper of the prison put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners who were in the prison. When it was done, he was the one who did. The keeper of the prison paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's charge. His Lord was with him. Whatever he did, the Lord made it succeed. Some time after his cupbearer, the king of Egypt, and they committed an offense against their Lord, the king of Egypt. And Pharaoh was angry with the two officers, and the chief cupbearer and the chief baker. They were in the custody of the house of the captain of the guard. The imprisonment where Joseph was confined. The captain of the guard appointed Joseph to be with the attendant. He continued for some time custody. Then one night they begged the cupbearer and the baker, the king of Egypt. They were confined in the prison. He was his injury, and he showed his own interpretation. Then Joseph came to him in the morning. He said that they were troubled. He asked Pharaoh's officers who were with him in custody to his master's house. Why your faces down custody, he says to the new pantry, and there no one to interpret them. And just said to do interpretation belong to God. Please tell to me. And the chief cupbearer told his dream to Joseph and said to him, "In my dream there was a vine before me, and the vine there 3 branches. And as soon as it budded, its blossom shot forth and cast its ripe into berries. Pharaoh's cup was in my hand. I took the berries and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup and placed the cup in Pharaoh's hand. And Joseph said to him, "This is his interpretation of 3 branches, 3 days. In 3 days, Pharaoh will have your hair restored to your office. And you shall place Pharaoh's cup in his hand formally when he was cupbearer, and then remember me when it is well with you. And please do with like kindness to mention me to Pharaoh. And it's so good now that as far as indeed stolen out of the land of the Hebrews, he has had done nothing that they should put me into the pit." And the chief baker saw the interpretation was favorable. He said to Joseph, "I had a dream. There were 3 cake baskets on my head, and an uppermost basket and all sorts of baked food for Pharaoh. And those are eating out of the basket on my head." And if Joseph answered and said, "This is interpretation. There are 3 baskets of 3 days. And in 3 days Pharaoh will lift up his head from me and hang on a tree. And birds will eat the flesh from me. On the 3rd day, which is Pharaoh's birthday, he made a feast for his sons and lifted up the head. And the chief cupbearer and the head of the chief baker among his sons. He restored the chief cupbearer to his position and placed the cup in Pharaoh's hand. And the chief baker Joseph interpreted the chief cupbearer did not remember Joseph, forgot it. After 2 whole years, Pharaoh doing his day by now. Behold, there came part of the now 7 cows attracted him, and he fed in the regards, and behold, 7 of the cows out of the then came up out of the now after, and stood by the other cows on the bank of the now. As the ugly thin cows ate up the 7 attracted plump cows, and Pharaoh working fastly and drew the second time. Now the 7 years of grain, plump and good, were growing on one stalk, behold, after the about 7 years, thin and blighted by the eastward, and then it swallowed up the 7 plump full years, and Pharaoh working, behold, it was a jay. And in the morning spirit was trouble, and he sent the call for the magician to Egypt. And I was wise when Pharaoh told him the truth. There was no one who could tell them to Pharaoh. The chief cupbearer said to Pharaoh, "Remember what I have offense to." Then Pharaoh was angry with the servants and put me in the chief baker in the custody. As the captain of the guard were doing the same night, he and I each having a dream with an interpretation. A young Hebrew was there with us as a servant. As the captain of the guard, he told me he interpreted a dream to us, and he had given an interpretation to each man according to his dream. He interpreted to us so King Pharaoh as he restored to my office, and the baker was hanged. And the Pharaoh's son called Joseph, and he quickly brought him out of the pit. He saved himself and changed his clothes and came before Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I had a dream, there's no one who can interpret. I have heard it said every day when you hear a dream, you can interpret it." Joseph answered Pharaoh, "It is not me. Go give Pharaoh a favorable answer." And Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Behold, in my dream I stood on the banks of the Nile. Seven cows plumped and tractor came up out of the Nile, found the reed grass. Seven of the cows came up after, one very ugly and thin. And such as I had never seen in all the land of Egypt. And thin, ugly cows ate the first seven plump cows, so they eaten, and no one had known they'd eat them. But they were still as ugly as at the beginning of their work. I saw in my dream 7 ears growing one saw. Full and good, 7 ears withered, thin and blighted by the ears spread after. And thin ears swallowed the 7 good ears. I told to the magician, and there was no one who could explain to me. And just to Pharaoh, the dreams of Pharaoh one. God revealed to Pharaoh what he was about to do. 7 good cows, 7 ears. And 7 good ears are 7 ears. The dreams are one. The 7 lame ugly cows that came up after them were 7 years, and the 7 years by the east wind are also 7 years of famine. And as it is, as I told Pharaoh, God has shown to Pharaoh what he is about to do. There will come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt. After them there will rise, and there will come 7 years of great famine. Then all the plenty will be forgotten in the land of Egypt. The famine will consume it, and the plenty will be unknown in the land of by reason of the famine. That will follow. For it will be very severe, and the doubling of Pharaoh's dream means that the thing is fixed by God, and God will surely bring it about. And therefore let Pharaoh select a wise and discerning wise man, and send over the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh proceeded to appoint overseers over the land, taking 1/5 of the produce of the land. And the land of Egypt during the 7 plentiful years. And them gather all the fruit of these good years that are coming, and store the grain under the authority of Pharaoh for food in the cities, and keep that food shall be reserved for the land against the 7 years of Pharaoh. Then I took in the land of Egypt, that the land may not perish through the fire. And his proposal pleased Pharaoh and all his sons. And Pharaoh said to the servant, "Can we find a man like this in whom is spirit of God?" And Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Your God has shown you all this. There is none such a saying as wise as you are. You shall be over my house, and my people shall love themselves as you command. And as regards to them, will I be greater than you?" And Pharaoh said to Joseph, "See, I will set you over all the land of Egypt." And Pharaoh took his signet ring from his hand, put on Joseph's hand, and clothed him in garments and flattened them, and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him ride in the second chariot. And he called out before him, bowed the knee. Thus he set them over the land of Egypt. Moreover, Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I have feared, though without you consider no one shall ever him nor for all the land of Egypt." And Pharaoh calls Joseph's name Zaphanath, and he gave them marriage to Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest on. And Joseph went out over the land of Egypt. Joseph was 30 years old, and he entered the service of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh, and went through all the land of Egypt. And 7 years of the earth produced abundantly. And gathered up all the food of these 7 years, which he could in the land of Egypt. And put the food in the cities. He put in there, received the food from the fields around it. And Joseph stored it up great abundance, excellency, until he ceased to measure. He could not be measured. During the year famine came, 2 sons were born to Joseph. Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, priest on. All in turn, Joseph called the name his brother. And the firstborn master, for he said, "God has made me forget all my hardship. And my father has the name, second called Ephraim. And God made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. His own years of plenty that came in the land of Egypt came to an end. And the 7 years of famine began to come. As Joseph said, "I was found in all lands, and all the land of Egypt was bread. All the land of Egypt was famine, as the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. They said to all the Egyptians, "Go to Joseph, what he says, do you do?" So when the famine was spread over the land, Joseph ordered to open all the storehouses, sold to Joseph for famine to be in the land of Egypt. In the land of Egypt, moreover, all the earth came to Egypt to Joseph to buy bread, because the famine was severe over all the earth. Why did Jacob then there was grain for sale in Egypt? He said to his sons, "Why do you look at one another?" They said, "Behold, I have heard that there is grain for sale in Egypt. Go down, buy grain for us, that we may live and not die." So 10 of Joseph's brothers went down to buy grain for Egypt. And Jacob did not send Benjamin, Joseph's brother, with them. And the brothers, for fear that harm might happen to the sons of Israel, came to buy among the others who came from the families and the land of Canaan. And Joseph's going over the land. He was the one who sold to all the people and the land. Joseph's brothers came and bowed themselves down and followed with their faces to go. And Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them, and he treated them like strangers, spake roughly to them. And then where did he come from? They said, "He said, from the land and came to buy food." And Joseph recognized his brothers. Did he not recognize him? And Joseph remembered the dreams that he had dreamed of them. He said to me, "I spies, you have come to see the nakedness in the land." He said to them, "No, I will your servants, I have come to buy food." And we are all sons of one man, we are honest men. We are the sons of no man's fight. He said to me, "There's nakedness in the land that you have come to see." And so we used her to talk about the sons of one man. And then came in, and behold, the youngest of the state of her father was no more, but Joseph said to his answer said to your spice, as you shall be tested. My life affair shall not go from the spice unless your youngest brother comes here. Send one of you and bring your brother. And while you remain confined, your words may be tested whether there is truth in you. Or else by life affair shall your spice be thrown together in custody for 3 days. On the third day, Joseph said to Judas and Young, who I fear God, if you honest men, let one of your brothers remain confined where you are in custody. And have rescued and carried going from the family household. And your youngest brother to me, so your words will be verified and shall not die. And they did so, and they said to one another, in truth you are guilty concerning our brother. And now we saw the distress so they begged us to do on us, and that is why this distress come on us. Everyone answered, dare I not tell you not to sin against the Lord? He not listen, now there comes to reckon me. For is they not then just understood that as the interpreter obtained that he turned away from their what he turned and spoke to. He takes the meal with them banned them before their eyes, just to give word to fill their bags with grain, and to replace every man's money. They sacked and give them privilege for the day. This is done for them. And they led the donkeys which when their grain upon, as well as opened the sack to give the donkey fodder. His loading place, so his money in the mouth of the sack. And his brothers, my money has been put back, here it is in the mouth of my sack. At this their hearts failed, and they turned trembling to one another, saying, what's this God done to us? And they came to Jacob their father and the king. He told them all that had happened to them, saying, and the Lord spake wrath to us and took us to be spies. He said, we are honest men, we have never been spies. We had 12 brothers, to our sons of our father, brothers, and one of the youngest of the state of our father and the king. And then the man, Lord of the land, said to us, as I shall know the youngest man, leave one of your brothers with me, and take grain for their family and household, and go your way. Bring your youngest brother to me, and I shall know that you are not spies, but honest men. And I will deliver my brother, your brother to you. You shall trade away. And I shall instead empty the sacks. Behold, every man's bundle is his sack. And they saw their father saw the bundles when they were afraid. And Jacob their father said to you, bereave me, O child. Your citizen at once, 7 years no more. Now you take Benjamin. There's all this to come against me. And Abraham said to his father, kill all my 2 sons, if we do, bring him back to you. Had him in my hands, I'll bring him back to you. And he said, my son shall not go down with you, if his brother is dead. He's the only one left. The harm should have been on his journey that you are taking. You will bring down my grey hair as a sword shot, and the famine of the inland. And he eaten the grain that they brought from me. So his father said to him, go again, buy us a little food. And Judah said to him, this man is all that warned us, saying, you shall not see my face unless your brother with you. You send a brother with us, and we will go down and buy you food. If you are not sent, we will not go down. For the man has said to us, you shall not see my face unless your brother is with you. And it was so, why did you treat us so bad as to tell the man you had another brother? They replied, the man questioned us carefully about his son, and saying, is your father still alive? Do you have another brother? And what we told him was an answer to these questions. Could we in any way know that he would say, bring your brother down? And Judah said to Israel as well, send the boy with me, will rise and go, that we may live and not die. If we knew news of the Lord, though we pledge us safety, and he shall inquire them. If I do not bring him back to you, say before we, and let me bear the blame for it, for we are not today, we know how we return twice. And their father said to them, Israel said to them, if it must be so, and Judah, take some choice fruits and land your back, carry a present down to me, a little balm and a little honey, gum, and pistachio nuts and almonds. Take all the money with you, to carry back with you the money that was returned with your sack. They have sales on their side, take us your brother and arise, go again to me. He got on mighty great mercy before them. They may send you back an older brother, and mention. As for me, if I am bereaved, my children, I am bereaved. So men took the person and took double the money with them. And Benjamin, and they rose and went down to Egypt, still poor Joseph. And just saw Benjamin, then he said to Judah, have to bring them into the house. And saw an animal and make ready for the men not to die with me at noon. And men did it as Joseph had told it, and brought them into Joseph's house. And the men were afraid because they brought to Joseph's house. And they said, it was because the money which was replaced in that sacks the first time. They brought it in the assault house and 4 pounds to make a serve to seize their donkeys. They went to steward Joseph's house, spoke to them. And to our house, and said, oh my lord, we came down the first time to buy food. We came to the lodging house to Abraham Sacks, and there was each man's money in the mouth of the sack, no money in full weight. So we brought it again with us, and we brought our money down to buy food. They do not know who put our money in the sack. He replied to you, who speak to you, do not be afraid. The God and the God of your father has put treasure into our sacks for you. I see money, and he brought Simeon out to them. And the man who brought the men into Joseph's house and began the war, and they were safely. He got the donkeys for them. They prepared the present for Joseph coming evening. They heard that they should eat bread there. And Joseph came down, and they went to house to the present that they were with him, battle with him, down to him, and to go. And he inquired about their welfare, says your father well, but all men whom he spoke. He's still alive, you said, your son and our father's well, he's still alive. They ran their heads and prostrated themselves. And he lifted up his eyes, saw his brother Benjamin. His mother son said, is this your youngest brother whom you speak to? God be gracious to you, my son, and just hurried up. In compassion to grow all for his brother. He saw close to weep, and his chair wept there. He washed his face, came out, controlling himself, said, served the food. He said by himself, and ate by themselves. The Egyptians ate with him by themselves. These Egyptians could not eat with the Hebrews, others abomination to the Egyptians. They sat before him. The first one according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth. And men looked at one with an amazement. A portion was taken from Joseph's table. Benjamin's portion was 5 times as much as any of theirs. And he drank and were merry with them. And commanded the steward of the house, fill the men's sacks with food, as much as they can, and put each man's money in the mouth of the sack, and put my cup of silver come in the mouth of the sack of the youngest, with money for the grain, and did as Joseph told him. The citizen one was like, and they were sent away with their donkeys. They had gone over the short distance from the sea, and Joseph said to his steward, follow after me, when you overtake the city, why do you repay evil for good? This is not from this city, my Lord, and by this any practice of divination. You have done evil in doing this. He overtook them and speaks in these words. They said to him, why does the my Lord speak such words as these? Now be it from your servants to do such thing. You know, the money that we found in the nest actually brought back to you from the land of Canaan. Now then could we steal silver or gold from our Lord's house? Which of your servants is found with his shelter? You still will be my Lord's servant. He said, that busy say, he is found with his shelter, I'll be my servant. The rest of you shall be his. And each man quickly lowered his sack to go. And each man opened his sack and his search, beginning with the eldest and ending with the youngest. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack, they tore their clothes, and every man led his donkey. And he turned to see, and Judah's brothers came to Joseph's house. He was still there. They fell for him to go. Joseph said to them, what deeds does you do? Do you not know that a man like me can do practice divination? And Judah said, what shall we say to my Lord? What shall we speak? How can we clear ourselves? God has found out the good of his sons. You know, we are my Lord's sons, both we and he has, and whose hand the cup has been found. He said, if I be from me, that I should do so. And the man whose hand the cup was found shall be my servant. As for you, go with peace to your father. And Judah went up to him and said, O my Lord, let his servant speak a word in my Lord's ears. And in anger burning against his servant, for you are like prayer himself. And the Lord asked the servant, saying, have you a father or a brother? And he said to my Lord, we have a father not me. A young brother, child of his old age, his brother dead, and his line is left his mother child. And his father loved him, and he said to his sons, bring him down to me. And I set my eyes on him, and he said to my Lord, the boy cannot leave his father. If he should leave his father would die. And he said to his sons, as the youngest brother comes down with you, you shall not see my face again. And he went back to his son, my father, and told him the words of my Lord. And your father said, go and buy some little food. He said, we can't go down. If the youngest brother goes with us, we will go down. And you cannot see this man's face unless the youngest brother is with us. And when your son, your father said to us, you know that my wife bore me 2 sons, one left me. I said, sure, he's been torn to pieces, and I've never seen him since. He takes one from me, and harm happens to him. You will bring down my grey hairs and evil to show. And therefore, as soon as I come to your son and my father, and the boy is not with him, his life is better than the boy's life. This is it. And the boy is not with us, he'll die. It serves to bring down the grey hairs of your son and our father was hard to show. His son became a punch to the boy to my father, saying, if I do not bring him back to you, then I shall bear the blame before my father all my life. And therefore, please be servant me instead of the boy as a servant to my Lord. Now let the boy go back to his brothers. How can I go back to my father? If the boy is not with me, I fear to see the evil that will fall my father. And Joseph could not control himself before all those who stood by him. He cried, make everyone go out from me. And they did not sit with him when Joseph made himself known to his brothers. And until last, so Joseph heard, and the house of Pharaoh heard it, Joseph said to his brother, I am Joseph, is my father still alive? His brother could not answer, for they were dismayed in his presence. Joseph said to his brothers, come near to me, please, and in here. He said, I am your brother Joseph, whom you sold to Egypt. And now do not be distressed, angry to Charles, because you sold me here. God sent me before you to preserve life. And Pharaoh has been in the land these 2 years, and there yet 5 years, and we shall be neither plowing nor harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you for your remnant on earth, and to keep alive your needs alive. So it is not you who sent me here, but God. And he has made me to father to Pharaoh, Lord of all his house, and Lord over all the land of Egypt. Hurry and go up to my father, and go up to my father. And he said to thus his son Joseph, God has made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, do not tarry. You shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and you shall be near me. You and your children, your flock, your herds, and all that you have. And I will provide for you. There shall be 5 years of famine to come. So you and your household and all they have do not come to poverty. And now I see, and I, my brother Benjamin, see it is in the bath that seeks to you. You must tell my father to of all honor in Egypt, and of all that you see, hurry and bring your father down here. If I was brother Benjamin's neck, and Benjamin wept on his neck, he kissed all the brothers and wept after. And his brothers talked with them. And the report was heard in Pharaoh's house. Joseph's brothers had come. And his friends sent us, and Pharaoh said to Joseph, say to your brothers, do this, let your beasts go back to the land of Canaan. Take your father your households and come to me, and I'll give you the best of the land, Egypt. Shout the fat of the land, and you just are commanded to say, do this, take wives to the land, and to feed the little one to feed your wives, bring the father and come. And have no concern for your goods, for the best of the land in Egypt is yours. And the sons of Israel did so, and Joseph gave the wagons. And according to command of Pharaoh, and they gave the provisions for the journey. To each and all of them he gave a change of clothes, and to Benjamin he gave 300 shekels of silver, and 5 changes of clothes. To his father he sent his fathers 10 donkeys loaded with the good things he ate, 10 female donkeys loaded with grain, bread, and provision for his father on the journey. And his sons brothers went as they departed. He said to them, do not cry on the way. And they went out of Egypt and came to the land of Canaan to their father Jacob. And they told him, Joseph is still alive. He is ruler over all the land of Egypt. And his heart became numb, and he did not believe it. And they told him all the words of Joseph which he said, and so back to Joseph sent to Canaan. So their father Jacob revived. And Israel said, it is enough. Joseph, my son, is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. Proverbs 19. Proverbs 18. However, as in so 6 sentences, he breaks against all standards of 4 texts, very personal understanding, early expressing his pain, wickedness, contempt, consistency. It is songs comes to expression as well as deep words, found always in his bottom group. It is not good to be partial with God, to brag about to dust, with a fool will walk into fire, his mouth by to be. The fool's mouth is broken, his lips are say to his soul. The words are like doers like delicious morsels, they go down into inner parts of the body. Whoever slackens work is developed him into show, so the name of the Lord is strong tower, the righteous man runs into and is safe. He returns the wealth is a strong sea, like a high wall's imagination. For a structure man's heart is holy, humility comes before honor. One gives an answer for what he has used for shame. The man spirit enjoys sickness, no crush spirit you can bear, and touch a high God's knowledge, eighth and ways, seeks knowledge, and his gift makes him to embrace before the day. The sixth case first nature until the other comes exempted and loves and caused intercourse and says breathing for alcohol test. The other friend is more unyielding than strong sea, but like about the castle. The fruits man's mouth is stomach is satisfied. His satisfied with yields of death like path, the tongue of those who love will use first. You find a wife find a good thing, and taste it from love, poison choose, very chance to offer. Any meaning companion may come to him, there's parent who sticks close to their brother. Psalm 19. Heaven to play the glory of God, and the sky above comes handiwork. Days day pour out out space, and night to night reveals knowledge. There's no speech, no other words, whose voice is not heard, and their voice goes out through all the earth, and their voice to ends of love. And then he said, Ten for the sun, which comes out like a bird in the streamer, like a strong wind runs the course of joy, which rises from the end of the hand, is circuited into then the hidden from the sea. And all the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul, testimony of the Lord is sure, like my simple, precepts of the Lord are rare, and just in the heart, but commandment of the Lord is pure, and mind in the eyes, hear the Lord is clean. Endure forever, the rules of the Lord true, and righteous altogether. More to each side I lead than go. Even much in fine gold, sweeter than honey, dripples of high faith. More of enemies is so one. Even in them is a very evil. Who concerns that? The climate is from him fall. He back his sinners to him for some to sin. Let him not have dominion over me. And as I should do lost forever, you would have a fun never had in me. And come and come and with this in heaven. Give us their labor, give us their search for my baptism. And us don't change the rest of the world. For this coming power, go for the honor. Tomorrow. Bye.